Into Be More M&T Stadium, home of the Baltimore Ravens, as we are down to our #1 team in the predicted order to finish in the MEAC, and it's the South Carolina State Bulldogs, joined now by All-American cornerback Washington and the big man up front, the D lineman Josh Barker.
Yeah.
Huh?
Ah.
Yeah, the reigning HBCU
Put them
national
on,
champions.
Put them on
Come
the
on.
table.
The whole
Put them
left
on the
side
table.
is just
Look at
icy.
The room just got shiny. You can turn off those lights right there. Don't let them disrespect you like that. Boy, I know what it takes to win the ring. Y'all put a lot of effort, so we're going to give you 30 seconds to reflect on last season's championship run. How's it feel? What you thinking when you reflect back on it?
It was great, honestly. Just finish what we finished, and the way people really didn't honestly believe in us and things we did, it's just an honor and a blessing.
Josh?
Well, when you put in the kind of work we do day in and day out, same mission, go 1-0 every day, same mission, new day.
Now, Jay, let me correct myself, because I said the reigning HBCU, the reigning MEAC champions. But what this group is looking to do, much like the Bulldogs did in 2021, is become HBCU national champions. But this team looks a little different than what we saw from last year. And I go back to that QB1 position, no longer there. So what's this version of the Bulldogs looking like?
We got Ryan Stubblefield in the quarterback room and Billy. Right now they're fighting for the spot, and we're just going to see what happens in fall camp. The best man win.
What I think is unique, we got Josh Barker, the big defensive tackle here. Normally we bring an offensive guy and a defensive guy. No. South Carolina, they followed up with Jared Washington, their Mr. Everything cornerback. So hats off to you all for the accolades that y'all have earned to this point right here. But when you think of South Carolina State football, what has to improve for you all this season on the field?
I don't know if I can really give you an answer about that.
All right, well, I'll help you out there. I'll tell you, I do my research here. You guys got 42 new dudes in that locker room, right?
Yes, sir.
42 new guys. You got to get them acclimated kind of quickly, right? You got to teach them that Bulldog way. What's that Bulldog way?
Just go 1-0. It's the same culture. We've been going at it since we got up here. Just instilling that culture in everybody. Go 1-0 every day mentality. It's pretty cut and dry. That's what it is.
In terms of what Chinnisberry has done instantly within Orangeburg, you obviously saw him at Benedict. You came over with him. What do most people not know? I hear his acronyms and all of his phrases, and he certainly will garner your attention. But what's something that people don't know about Coach Berry that maybe we should?
He's a real man to everybody in the room, to the bottom of the bottom to the top of the top. Like everybody's a quality man, to his daughter, to his son, to his wife even. And I just salute him for that, because he's a good role model for us and a good leader.
And Jared, you're coming off a pretty good year where you got attention, making plays like we're seeing right there now. You have that pick six ability, got that size to go along with it. What have you worked on individually as a football player?
Really just, I cut out a lot of sugar. Like, I focus on my nutrition. But the little things on the field, I would say, like eyes, like where am I putting my eyes? Am I looking at the receiver? Like, just the little mundane things that can change your game.
Josh Barker, I feel like you focus on the weight room. Okay, I'm just saying, because you come up, you're strong, and like going through like what's top lifts and top squats and such.
You mean like my numbers?
Yeah, you gotta know your numbers.
It's 685, power clean 375, bench 420. So.
I'm not trying to see you if I'm coming back trying to come up the hole. Okay.
You know what's unique about that? Josh is strong, but see, normally, like for his major, those are the guys that are too strong for themselves, so you wouldn't even try that. So a mechanical engineering major has to realize so much weight above me has so much chance of going back up in the air. You use the mechanics and engineering when you decide how much you're going to max out at?
I mean, honestly, I just lift without thinking. Either the weight going to move or it's going to move, to be honest.
You see, that's that defensive tackle mentality there.
Yes,
and, the success that y'all been able to accomplish has been great. So if you had to say, you know what, if we do this year, and you're not going to tell me 1-0, but if we do this year, we can get it done. Each of y'all, give me an answer.
If we do this year?
Yep.
I think all buy in. like if we all come in together as like one unit, as one brother, and like you really stand beside your brother and you're willing to, you know, as Coach say, lay your life on the field for your brother, I think we'll be good to go.
You buying into that?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to co-sign that.
He said, let me check. All right, you go undefeated in the conference last season. The question, Shady, is can the Bulldogs run that back again? Do they have secret sauce and magic for this season?
Tiff, it's always the question. But I'll say this. Coach Bear, you motivated. Right? This is orders. I can feel the vibe. Like, you got me motivated. You need a running back.
Let's do it, man.
I might check in.
Come on, man.
Now, I want to ask you this, though. So these young brothers was talking about you, and they said that you are a great leader, right? And that they love to follow you. When you hear them words from your players, how does that make you feel?
I tell you what, more than anything, man, you got to be consistent. We're working in a career, a field where we have an obligation. It's a ministry. I look at coaching as a ministry. 105 young men looking at me every day, 18 through 23, 24 years old.
Okay.
Very impressionable age. So it's my obligation to lead them from the front. How I look, how I dress, how I talk, how I interact, my energy, enthusiasm. I have to be consistent. And all I ask them, I tell them, man, you don't have to be great. You don't have to be fantastic. Just be consistently good in all that you do on and off the field.
Yeah, that's a good message. If they have that, being consistent in anything they do, they'll be successful. Now, I want to ask you this because, you know, I got some of my friends, right, that's stepping into their first year.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm thinking about the training wheels, right, taking it slow. Well, you ain't do that. You kicked the training wheels off and got right to it. Tell us, what was the secret?
Man, listen, man.
We need to see, it's a secret. Tell me.
To God be the glory, first of all, man. Again, the opportunity to be able to lead men, to get young men. That's their they have a clean sheet of paper, right?
Right.
It's up to them what they write on it, but they got the pen. They control their own what they write on it. So ultimately, at the end of the day, for me, man, it's about building our team with discipline. Everything starts with discipline. Everybody got talent.
Yeah.
There's talent all over America. Every team I got talent.
True.
But you got to instill that discipline in the way you do things, in the culture on how we do things in South Carolina State is unique. See, we're the only team. We're in a rural area. We're in Orangeburg, South Carolina. People love football. There's an expectation. There's 19 MEAC championships. So the leaders before me, the legendary Willie Jeffries, the legendary Buddy Pugh, all right, Bill Davis, those guys have set the tone and gave me an opportunity to be the head football coach at South Carolina State University. So there is an obligation I have, a responsibility that I have to lead young men, and I'm fortunate to be able to do it at South Carolina State University.
Right, and talking about that, South Carolina State, all the legends, right, that came before you.
Absolutely.
And all the players and et cetera. As you look at your team now, today, who do you think is going to be that next player to carry on that torch of all the legends?
There's so many. Oh, wow. They literally recognized the 1981 team who had like 9 players on that team in the NFL, which is awesome. You got Darius Leonard coming from there. You got so many great players come from South Carolina State. And I tell our players the same thing. You're going to get an opportunity now to write your own story.
Right.
All right? There's a dash. We always talk about controlling the dash in the program. That's dash. You enrolled in South Carolina State whenever you did. And you're going to leave there whenever you choose to leave. All right, but at the end of the day, the difference that you made in the time that you were there. You have some young men that are very, very special. Jared Washington, to be one of the young men that are here with me today, unbelievable talent, has size, speed, ability. He's been a playmaker. He's an amazing student. He's going to graduate with his degree in December, but he has next level ability, no doubt about it. So we have some guys in our program, next man up, opportunity for these men to go prove themselves and show their worth here at South Carolina State.
So I want to show some clips here and some highlights of the defense first, because as you could tell, you said be consistent, right? And I think on most teams, you need the defense to be consistent, right? To give that team that type of identity, that type of passion. And as you talk about some of these defensive players, as we watch some of these plays, right? Tell me something about your guys you have here, though.
Oh, wow, I have a really good defense. I tell you what, these young men, they do a good job of flying around, led by our defense coordinator, Jordan O'Dafford. But, you know, everything for us starts up front with the big boys up front. And as you can see, Josh Barker right there, the real deal Holyfield, he can get it done on and off the field. But, you know, we had Aaron Smith was our leader last year. He's gone now. He's with the New York Jets, did an amazing job, not only on the field but off the field leadership. But we have some young men that are really, really special. I'm excited about a young man by the name of Jordan Dollard this year.
Okay.
He's about 6'6", defensive end, played for us a lot last year. Now he's going to have an opportunity to take it to another level. Just got a defensive end transfer named Michael Luns from Tulane University.
Okay.
Real deal. He came in this spring, very, very talented, athletic. But I think more than anything with our defense, our secondary is going to be special.
Okay.
I think we're too deep, good at every position in our back end, and we're going to be able to do some different things in terms of coverage that we're going to do this year. But all in all, it starts up front with the big boys, but guys they can cover on that back end as well.
Well, defense, they win championships, but
Absolutely.
I'm an offensive guy, and I love offense. Give me the rundown on the offense.
Starts with the big boys up front.
That's right, that's true.
You got, if you can block them, you can beat them. But if you can't block them, you can't beat them.
No.
And that's our philosophy. We build everything on the O-line and D-line. And we have a young man by the name of Roger Smith. We call him Big Baby. He's about 6'4", 340. He's been a 3-year starter going into his senior year, and starts with those big guys up front, man. So, and I think we got some really, really good talent at running back. We have some guys that can dot the I and cross the T.
Okay.
No about it. And then you got to have a quarterback. That's on any level. I don't care what level of football, from little league football to the NFL. You better have a guy behind center. And we have a young man by the name of Ryan Stubblefield who played behind Eric Phoenix, who was the player of the year last year. He's coming now into his own. And then we signed a young man by the name of Billy Atkins, transferred from James Madison University. He's got a year eligibility left. Those guys have been competing day in and day out. And the cream is going to rise to the top.
Coach Barry, you're a ssharp brother, man.
Appreciate you,
Hey,
brother.
I'm happy to do this interview with you, man.
Absolutely.
Hey, Tiff, there's no secret why they're so good so early, so fast.
31 years since he stepped foot on Savannah State to now as the head coach in his second season at South Carolina State.
You know what you could have seen? Like, one of my favorite moments of this whole day has been the players, they can't hear Coach Barry, but they knew exactly what he's saying through his animation. They were talking about, oh, he talking about the dash now.
Right.
Oh, he talking about 1-0. He talking about that. They were calling out verbatim. Wow. Give me one of your best Coach Barry phrases or imitations. Put you on the spot.
Ooh, I got one.
Go ahead, do yours first. I'll follow.
You gotta kill a fly with a sledgehammer. Ooh. And it's not about the fly he killed. It's about all the other flies watching. We're trying to send a message.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
Message.
Hey,
Deliver.
Hey, Jay.
That's one right.
Hey, can they hear me? Hey, Jay, Coach Barry said he's got some suicides for that.
You got some suicides when you get Orangeburg.
Oh, man. So, Jared, you're not going to step out on that leg?
Nah, I'm going to let him have that. He did everything he was supposed to do.
All right, thank you so much, fellas. Josh Parker, Jared Washington, the South Carolina State Bulldogs. Appreciate their time. And when we come back, we will hear from the commissioner, Sonia Stills, as the MEAC continues in their celebration of their 55th year. Come back with us from more at M&T Stadium.